Hello everyone and welcome back to Dragon Ball Z League 101. In the last episode we discussed all the team descriptions so you know who's actually taking part in the league. In today's episode we're going to cover what you're actually watching when you watch Dragon Ball Z League, as in how to tell what's going on the screen. Here you have in front of you a picture from Dragon Ball Z League 101, Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3. So let's go over what you're actually looking at here. If you look at this section here, you will see the health bars. These are the biggest bars that you really need to worry about, and if you're a veteran of any fighting game whatsoever, you'll generally understand what these are. Each player in the league has 4 health bars. When they take damage of any kind, that health bar is depleted. When that bar is depleted, they go on to one of their remaining health bars until they have no health bars left and then they die. They have 2 green health bars, a yellow health bar, and an orange health bar. So you can tell how far along they are by the color of the bar. Or you can look at these little arrows above each health bar. The little arrows, if you see like 2 arrows, that means that after this current health bar, they have 2 health bars left. So at the beginning of a match, you'll see a green health bar and 3 arrows above it, meaning that they have 4 full health bars. Now underneath the health bar, you'll see vertical yellow bars. These are your ki bars. Ki is the energy you use for any sort of special move, whether that be a blast move or a special rush attack or even dodging or flying very quickly. All of this requires energy in the form of ki. Now, every player has a natural amount of ki that they will recover over time. If they go down to 0 ki, these bars will recover automatically despite no matter what the character does. Most characters have 1, 2, maybe 3 natural bars of ki that will recover over time. After that, ki will stop recovering on its own, and the character has to manually charge up, like you've seen them do in Dragon Ball Z. They will manually charge up to gain more ki to be able to use more attacks. If they manage to charge all the way and fill all 5 bars of energy, they can then continue to charge up into what's known as max power mode. Max power mode will be explained in more detail in a later episode, but it gives you many more options than what you have when you're not in max power mode. And the average move can take anywhere between 1 ki bar to 4 ki bars to all 5 for certain finishing or ultimate moves. The exception to this rule, as far as charging goes, are the androids, but I will cover them later. They do not charge like normal people, they charge separately, but that's a specialty thing I will cover in another episode. Next to the ki bars, you see a number and a blue bar. These are your blast stocks. Blast stocks are what are used to do Blast 1 moves, which are, I will get into what Blast 2 and Blast 1 moves are later, but basically those are your support moves. Things that make you stronger or the enemy weaker or distract or, tie them up for a while. These moves all use Blast 1, or what we call blast stocks. The number is how many blast stocks you have. The blue bar next to it is how far along you are to progressing to the next blast stock. So if you see a 3 and half a blue bar, it means they're halfway to having 4 blast stocks. And Blast 1 moves can take anywhere from 1 to 3 or 4 blast stocks to pull off, depending on how powerful the move is. One of them, even Yajirobe, has a 5 blast stock move that's really powerful. So those are your blast stocks. Underneath the blast stocks, you'll see what's called a tag bar. The tag bar is who is going to tag in after this character either dies or tags out. You can see who's lined up to go by the picture, the small picture of the face next to that purple bar is who's set up to tag in next. And that purple bar is your timer. When a character comes into the match, he has to be in that match for a set amount of time before he can tag out. This is to keep teams from just tagging out constantly. So as that purple gauge fills, once it hits the full gauge, you can then tag out at any time, or your character can. They typically won't tag out until they're close to death. But tagging out gives you many advantages, including the ability to recharge ki and recharge that current health bar while you're sitting on the sideline. So tagging out's a very good thing. And finally, what you see on the screen are the numbers. Numbers are important in Dragon Ball Z League. All damage is reduced down to numbers. It's a number game. Remember I told you had 4 bars of health? Each bar of health equals 10,000 points. So each character has a total of 40,000 points at the start of the match. Some characters can generate health or regain health based on special abilities that they've been customized with or special transformations. But the basic number is 40,000 points. And you'll notice that every attack, every melee combo, every super move, every attack that does damage at all will put up a number on the screen. And these numbers show how devastating an attack was. So if an attack is 8,000 points of damage, you know that that was almost a health bar. If an attack is 22,000 points of damage, you know that was over 2 health bars and really devastating. So numbers are a great way to keep track of how powerful moves are. And I will be referring to numbers when I talk to melee combos and special moves, and when I refer to how much damage they do, I will be talking in the form of numbers. So it's important to understand that 10,000 points equals a health bar, and there are 40,000 points on average for the health of a character. Alright? So that's what you're actually watching when you watch a Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3 match. There are some specialty things like clashes where strange things will come up, but I will cover those in a later episode. Alright, so next episode, we're actually going to be covering the moves. What you can do to hurt your opponent, your rush combos and throws, what's the difference between a B2 and a B1, what's an ultimate, and what are clashes. We'll cover all of that in the next episode. So until then, everyone, take care.